Hi guys, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new here. Thank you for joining me. So I am a little bit groggy. I don't know what it is I've got. It started off with a sore throat, then it developed into a cough. Now I've got a full-on cold. It seems to be getting worse. I started with it on Wednesday. We're now on Sunday morning. So I went into work yesterday and I got sent home just purely because I was ill and my boss really didn't want me, you know, giving it to the other staff members there, which is fair enough. But I can't sleep, so I just thought, well, you guys have said that you would like to see a Get Ready With Me. It got 100% votes, so I've been umming and ahhing about this for the last few days, but I've just not felt well enough. But because I can't sleep, I just thought I would try today. So we'll see how far we get. I've got everything in here. So let's do this. I'm absolutely freezing, guys. Right, so today, oh, that's not even the first product I want to use. Right, so we're going to start off with the Too Faced Hangover RX. Really like this stuff. I definitely want to repurchase it. I need to find my mirror. So yeah, I'm not feeling the best. I actually took a COVID test because I'm so sick. I thought maybe, because I started this new job, I thought maybe I'd got COVID. But it was negative, thankfully. So I have been around my mum, and even though she had the booster jab on Thursday, who knows how her body would react to getting COVID. She is on immunosuppressants, and the doctors in the hospital, last time she stayed in the hospital, they said they didn't know how her body would react to COVID if she got it. So yeah, I'm really glad that I didn't have COVID and passed it on to her. Sometimes when I'm sick, putting makeup on makes me feel better. And I was just lying in bed thinking, oh, shall I do this? Shall I not do it? You know, really procrastinating over it. And then I just thought, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to try and do this. So I'm going to let that soak into the skin for a couple of minutes and then I'll be back. Right, so I think that would have given it plenty of time. So for foundation, we are using a new one that I've hauled recently. What I'm going to do is obviously put these products on and wash them off, and I want to wear a foundation that's going to wash off dead easy, and it's this one. So it's the L'Oreal True Match Nude Plumping Tinted Serum with 1% pure hyaluronic acid. It's in the shade 0.5 to 2, which is very light. This one is the lightest shade you can get. So yeah, we're just going to pop some of this on. I use quite a bit because it is so sheer, guys. So I do put quite a bit on. Getting off to a good start, poking myself in the eye. Now, I don't think this is my favourite foundation I've ever used, but it's just a serum. It's like a tinted serum. It's not meant to be full coverage. So these two friends here that I've got, because I'm so run down, it's not going to cover it. But I'm not bothered about that because it's not going to be on for a long period of time. I think if you want more coverage, I think the best bit to do is like rub it in with your hands. I'm not going to do that. I've got this new sponge that I've used to use that. I've only ever used it once. So I'm going to put a little bit of this PS Energy Hydrating Priming Spray on it to wet it. Normally I would go to the bathroom and do it, but I really can't be bothered, guys. If we're going to be honest, I can't be bothered. And then we are just going to put it in, blend it to the skin. Right, so if you've got blemishes, it's not gonna do anything for you. I mean, I'm not saying it is a crap foundation, guys. I'm not saying that at all. But what I'm saying is, I won't say perfect skin. If you haven't got perfect skin, it won't do anything. All I'm saying is, there's not much coverage. I'd say the coverage is light, not even light to medium. It's light. What I tend to do, even for my skin, which is pretty good most days when I'm not coming down with things. When I come down with things, I tend to get blemishes, breakouts, the works. I will put an extra layer on. So the one good thing about it is you can build it up. I feel like I'm dying, guys. I'm going to try and not complain in this video. But it's like, maybe I should have just done my makeup, my base makeup off camera, and then just done an eye look. I'm going to use the Gather Round Sisters palette again, by the way, guys. It's going to be titled something like a Halloween special Get Ready With Me. That's why I want to use that. And what I've also got to do is a whole video. I've ordered something from Be Perfect. It got dispatched on the 26th. It said that it's going to take 2 days to get delivered, and I've still not got it. So I don't know whether that's gone missing. I was saying to my friends, if they've not delivered it by Monday, that's ample time. I mean, it's coming with Royal Mail, but the one thing that I find absolutely ridiculous is they've sent a tracking number, but you can only track it once a postman has delivered it. But what happens if it's been lost, so you never get the tracking for it? And I've never ordered from Be Perfect before. Let me know if you have. Let me know what the customer service is like. So I'm going to try and put this video up tomorrow for Halloween. Whether we get there, I don't know. So I'm just going to pop one more layer on. Oh, that's quite a good layer. I feel like this is the perfect match for my skin. So I did definitely get the right shade. I mean, let's be honest, what other shade could I have gotten? It has got a little bit of yellow in it. Now, because I'm normally, well, not normally, because I've got lots of pink in my skin, I normally get a cooler rather than a neutral foundation. But this was the only one that I could get, and this one was in the order with Look Fantastic for my Natasha Denona palette. Do you know the mini Metropolis? Still not come. I'm still waiting. I'm sure it's been about 2 weeks, maybe a bit longer. Still got no idea of when it's coming. What I do like though, I think they've had so many complaints because it was on like quick buy and buy it now. They've taken it down that, and it just says coming soon now. I bet they've got that many back-to-back orders. I mean, I might cancel mine. I'm feeling very, very salty about Look Fantastic, so I might cancel it, and I might put that money towards that new Huda Beauty palette that's coming out. I've also spoke to my friends about that as well. Or even the larger Metropolis. So I've seen a picture. I've got it on my phone actually, and it goes really well with the Natasha Denona Gold palette. So yeah, that's what I think I'll do. Gosh, look at them, the big scabs. Everything, like when I get a spot, everything seems bigger to me because I don't tend to get them that often. Right, I think that's good now. It does give you a flawless, it does make your skin look flawless, I will say that about it. And in advance, guys, sorry for the sniffles. Oh, Andrea. Right. This isn't new. I mean, some of these products are new. It is new, but I've used this before. I used C.1 and then used C.05. And this is C.1. I thought I'd got C.05. This one should be okay. Might be the same colour as the foundation, that's the only thing. Yeah, I think it is. Need to get the lighter shade. I wonder if that'll sort out my pimples. They're not even pimples. Don't know why I'm saying that. My scabs. I think they've just been spots and I've picked them. I'm not going to go in with a sponge because it will make them. You'll still be able to see them, but if I kind of blend it out with my finger, yeah, that looks a bit better, doesn't it? You can still see them, but it looks a bit better. I do like that Revolution Fast Base Concealer, but I just got the wrong shade in it. I like the lightest. Now, if you're not as fair as me, and let's face it, a lot of people aren't, C1 would be light enough for you to have as a brightening concealer. Okay, so I'm just going to let that kind of set in and then we'll powder. First of all, I'm going to go in with the W Get Set Eye Base. How are you all doing anyway, guys? I feel like it's been forever. I've got one other video on the channel waiting to go up, and that's going up on Monday. Other than that, there's nothing, guys. Absolutely nothing, so I'm glad my schedule is Monday, Wednesday, Friday. This is kind of a bonus video with it being Halloween. So you've had 2 bonus videos this week, because there was that one on Thursday with Renee. If you've not checked it out, I will leave it in the cards. So I really enjoyed using the Colourpop Gather Round Sisters palette as well then. That was like a first impression. But I want to use it again today. It's a perfect palette, isn't it, for Halloween? Right, so we're done with that. I got some new powder that I've hauled, and a couple of you have said you wouldn't mind seeing my first impressions. I've used it once before, It's the Fenty Beauty Pro Filter in Butter, which is shade 02. I didn't realise it was 02. I thought it was the lightest. I wonder what the lightest is then. I do actually want to get the lavender one as well, but the lavender only comes in a bigger powder container. Right, so now I'm going to use this. It's a highlighter brush, but I use it for powder. What I did notice is this powder is really, really finely milled. And it's... let's just put some on. For me personally, I'm only going to use it for the under eyes. I wanted an under eye powder, so it's probably going to last me ages. I didn't have one. Didn't have one in my collection. So I thought I'd get this. This was £17 and the bigger ones are £24 or £25. But I didn't know if I'd like it. So I just thought I'll get the smaller one and we'll see if we like it. And then get a bigger one. See if it beats my Holy Grail, which at the moment my Holy Grail is Born This Way. Oh yes. What's my nose? We'll just blend that in. Yeah, I can feel it on my under eyes and it feels so finely milled, so smooth, so buttery, which is, it's got the right name, butter. I'm just going to get some brow products and I'm just going to use my Glossier one. I can't be bothered faffing about. So, I think it's in dark brown, so it's the Glossier Boy Brow. We'll do this now. I've got to admit, I mean, I've only tried this in the concealer, but I'm not overly keen on either, really. The Future Dew's alright, but Revolution do a dupe for it, and just feel like that's just as good. So I probably won't order from Glossier again. Right, so that's that. Right, and for the rest of my face, I'm just going to use this Wet n Wild Photo Focus in the shade Neutral Beige. Hit significant pan there. I think I'm just going to do my T-zone. I don't even need to be doing this, really, because it's coming straight off, so... Right. Have I not pulled a bronzer? No, I've not pulled a bronzer either. Getting off to a great start, Andrea. Right, so we're using the Physicians Formula Butter Bronzer. It's just the original, I think. And I'm going to use this Real Techniques Rebel Edge Broad Brush. Oops. I always blend it in because I don't like too much of a bronze look. Just a very natural one. I was under the impression Halloween was today, being like, well, yesterday should I say, being Saturday. Forgot. Right, so for blusher, I want to use this one that Karen kindly gifted me. It's the Milani Coral Crush in Cheek Kiss. And what I tend to do with cream blush, put it on my fingers first, and if I have to, I'll blend it out with a brush. She's pigmented. Karen did warn me about that. Don't want to look like a clown. Right, the left cheek needs a tiny bit more. And then there's a brush, whatever it is. Oh, it's this one by Revolution. It's the Super Dewy one. Yeah, Super Dewy stippling brush. And I just kind of like blend it in. Right. Then we have a palette to try, guys. So we've got this Catrice Luminous palette, and what I want to do is I want to go in with this powder blush over the top of the blush that we've just put down by Milani. Oh, come on. And then there's two highlighters in here. I might just mix those two highlighters. So this one is in the shade 010 Rose Vibes Only. So let me go and get my brushes for that. I'm so underprepared. I don't know where my favourite blush brush is, so I'm going to use, it's like a contour brush. Got that one from Wilko. So let's go in with that rosy shade there. It looks like a really nice, like, shimmery blush. Ooh. Bit too much, I think. That's pretty. Does have shimmer in, like a little bit of glitter, so if you don't like that, you're probably not going to like it. That's really, really pigmented. Let me get some tissue. Right, so all I've done is blended it out a little bit, but I think I went in a bit too heavy with that shade there. Right, so now then, let's do the highlighter. So I'm going to do both of them. They don't have shade names, guys, so I can't tell you. One of them doesn't really look that deeper than the other. Let's just do some swatches. I think the first one's a little bit deeper, but that's the shades if you can see them with the light. So I'll dip into the middle one first, and then we'll go into the end one. Ooh, that's pretty. Very, very pretty. It doesn't really, like, I've got texture, and it's not really clinging to it, which is nice. Just gonna go in with a stippling brush. Yeah, I think that's it. So I think that's it for base makeup, isn't it? So now, no, I forgot to do it again. I wanted to use this. So it's the Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. It's just a mini travel size. I wanted to use it under my makeup. Maybe in the next Get Ready With Me I'll do that. Oh, and I also had this dull light highlighter as well to use, but we didn't use that either. Never mind. Right, let's just use the palette then. So we're going to use the beautiful Colourpop Gather Round Sisters palette, and I really want to use this shade today. That one is called Yarbos or Yarbos. Let's get these brushes out of the way. Right, so I'm going to go in with this new brush I got from Poundland. Just wipe the colour off. And it's really, really pretty. It's got all these glitters in it there. So yeah, I'm going to go in with that, and we're going to go in. Actually, no, we're not doing that first. Firstly, we're going to go in with that cream full moon shade. The only thing I don't like about that is the glitter that comes off it. I feel like I need some more tissue. Right, now we are going to go in with Hello Salem, which is this one here. Oh, lots of kick up. Right, so for £1, this brush is actually really, really good. Might get my niece a couple for Christmas. She loves her bling. I wonder where she gets that from. Right, so then I'm going to go in with this Soho brush just to blend that out a little bit more. So guys, did you do anything for Halloween? Did you go out anywhere? Go to any parties? I certainly won't forget this Halloween, being as sick as this. Right, then I want my pencil brush. I think we're going to go in with Bewitched, which is this like deeper green here. A lot of the time these like khaki greens are like apply patchy, so I'm wondering what it's going to apply like. So what I'm going to do is, I'm on my community tab, I'm going to let you vote for the next palette that I use. So I don't think I'll be using this palette again. I think I've only got 2 in the Shop My Stash. And I think that's the Fenty one, and so the Fenty Snap Shadow in Peach, and then the Boudoir Noir. Oh, we're gonna look smoky today, guys. I'll blend that out in a minute. What I hate about this time of year is all the colds that are going around. I personally don't think I picked up a cold. On Tuesday, when I finished work, the weather was horrible, guys. It's like torrential downpour. It was so wet and windy, and I think I got whatever this is then, and I walked home with this other woman, so I hope she's alright. But when I spoke to her on my last shift, she seemed fine, and that's when I started getting sick. Now let's blend that out. So maybe my immune system is just gone to the dogs. Don't know whether that light's going. Yep. Sorry guys, I had to change the light. Well, not the light, but the batteries. I feel like maybe I want to put a little bit more of Hello Salem to blend out that super dark shade. It's left a bit of fallout here. It's not patchy though. So who's buying the Huda Beauty, let's just do this, who's buying the Huda Beauty Rose Quartz palette? Now, when my friend Karen sent me the pictures, I'm like, no, I don't think I will. It reminds me of a lighter version of the Huda Beauty Mercury Retrograde. But then I looked at the video, I saw Huda doing the swatches, and I'm like, yes, I need it. I mean, what I've come to realise is those palettes really aren't that expensive. £58, and it is expensive in a way, but when you like compare it to Natasha Denona, like her bigger palettes being 111, and even some of her bigger palettes being over £200, it's not that expensive, is it? So I feel like what I might do is I might cancel my Natasha Denona Mini Metropolis with Look Fantastic, so that's £22 back, and then I won't have to put that much money into the Huda Beauty palette. Now, my friend Naomi looked into it and she said the release date is the 1st of November, but that could be on Huda's website itself. I'd expect it to come here if it's a Christmas release, end of November, which is fine, I can wait for it. And it will be in Boots, because they stock all of the Huda line, so I just go down to Boots, get it from Boots, and then put it away for Christmas. Sorry, I'm going back in with Full Moon for the brow bone. Right, so Now then guys, we just need to put the shimmer on, which there's not a brush there for that. Do I just do it with my finger? Oh, here. There's this Morphe one, like a Morphe packing on brush. It doesn't give the name, but that's it there. So yeah, let's go into Yarbos. It's a beautiful palette, this, isn't it? So we'll just go in normally like we always do, and then we'll spritz the brush. It's like an olive green. I'm just wondering though what we can use for the inner corner. It might have to be Wench. I used that in my previous video and it's a lighter shade, so we might have to use that again, because I can't be bothered getting another palette just for the inner corner. Yeah, it's definitely smoky, this look. Right, so we'll leave it there. For that eye. That scared me so much. I don't know if you can hear it, but the gate at the back is really, it needs fixing, and I need to get them out to fix it. And it sounds like someone's out there. Right, so let's get some setting spray. I'll put that on my knee. I'll just use this one again. So that's done. Just going to wipe the brush off, and then we're going to go in with Wench, which is, it's kind of like a silvery shade, but it's really light, and it makes a nice inner corner. It's really pretty. And we'll spritz the brush again in a minute. This palette is definitely one of the better ones from Colourpop. I've had some shockers, which you'll see at the end of the year. I really have. I don't know whether I'm just being picky. I'm going to go back in now with Yarbos, but with the finger. Don't know whether I'm just being picky or whether they are just shockers. So I can't wait to hear your thoughts on the palettes that I don't really like too much. I don't know whether I'm going to order any more from Colourpop in the Black Friday sale. I've got quite a lot to try between now and December. Then obviously do least favourite to favourite. So I might leave it till next year now. Bold statement, I know, but we'll see. I'm not saying for sure I'm going to do that, I'm just saying that's what's on my mind at the minute. Back in with Bewitched, but that's going to go on the lower lash line. kind of winging it out a bit. Well, not kind of, doing. So yeah, I'm kind of worried at the minute that I won't have a job to go back to. I mean, doesn't look good. 3 days into my shift and I'm already off sick. But I did go in and he did say, look, you know, I think you should go home. I don't really want you here infecting my staff. Completely understandable. I do get it. And I was happy that he said that, to be honest. Just wipe my nose. Because I don't think I could have continued with that shift, especially as the clocks went back today. So I would have had an extra hour. So, we've got the Essence Double Trouble Mascara. We're going to use that and see if I like it anymore. This is looking really grungy, this look. I really like that olive green on the lid though. Right. It's too early to tell, guys. I hated it when I first used it and now I'm not sure. I need to brush that fallout away.